Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss about how to model and rendering of the minions. The software that we have used in modeling the minion is Blender software. Blender is basically a free and open source 3D creation software. The version which we have used in this project is 2.78a, which is the latest release from the Blender Foundation, released a month back. It is made by hundreds of people from around the world. It is basically made by studios and individual artists. It supports 3D pipeline, modeling, animation, rigging, motion tracking, compositing, simulation, rendering, even game creation and video editing are supported by the software. The built-in cycles rendering engine offers a HDR lighting support, GPU and CPU rendering, and permissive license for linking with external software. The array of modeling tools of Blender make transforming, creating, and editing models very easy. Blender's modeling tools include keyboard shortcuts, Python codes for custom tools and add-ons, grid and bridge fills. The new rendering engine of Blender provides an open shading language support for coding unique shaders, and it also provides physically accurate shaders for materials like glass, transparent objects, etc. Also, it has a very flexible interface which supports various programs such as images like in JPG format, videos, and many other things which can be imported and exported. It also contains very vast array of extensions which can be turned off and turned on easily. Also, Blender can be used to turn the characters into animations, and it has many built-in sculpting features. As it has all these advantages, we have used Blender in our project. Now let us discuss about 3D modeling. 3D modeling is the procedure to develop mathematical representation of a three-dimensional surface of an object using a specialized software. 3D model represents a physical body using a collection of points in 3D space connected by various geometric entities such as lines or curved surfaces, etc. These allows building and customizing models from the scratch. They are used in various industries such as film, animation, gaming, architecture, interior designing, and 3D models are the key aspects of the various projects. These 3D models are widely used in 3D graphics. Many computer games used pre-rendered images of 3D models before computers could render them in real time. 3D models also act as the basis for physical devices that are built with 3D printers. Now let us see the design process involved in modeling of the minion. Initially, first of all, the minion will be in the shape of a capsule, but the capsule shape is not available in our Blender software. Therefore, we try to model it using sphere. So therefore we need to select a UV sphere from the list in the Blender, and also in the tools menu change the rings count to 19 and add the subsurface modifier and enable the shading as smooth. And now, in order to make the body of the minion into the capsule shape, we first need to select the vertices or half sphere vertices, entire half sphere vertices, and then press B and box select that half sphere and delete all those vertices. And now add the mirror modifier so that anything we perform on one half of the sphere that reflects on the same change will be reflected on the other half of the sphere using this mirror modifier. Now just enter into the edit mode again by using the tab button, and then select the top part of the vertices as shown in the figure here, and just press the B key to box select all those vertices and pull those vertices upwards. This is because to form the head of the minion. And also for the body part, in between for the body part, just add a little bit geometry to form the body, like add 7 more layers to it. And also again in order to form the bottom part of the minion, again select all these vertices by using B key and then pull them down such that the bottom part of the minion forms a flat shaped surface. Then In this way, the minion body will be formed if we perform those actions as said before. Now, in order to apply, now just apply the materials to the body part so that it looks more like a minion to us. So, in order to apply the materials, just go to the materials and add new material and name it as yellow here. And then just in order to select this yellow color here, give the RGB values such that it forms the yellow color, or you can select from all the colors available here. And otherwise, if you don't know the exact RGB values, you can select the color of color required by using the reference image, by using the color in the reference image. Then by assigning this color, the color will be applied to the body part. Now let us look into how can we make the mouth and teeth of a minion. As the mouth will be almost in the center part, locate that location and select the faces, select two faces where we need to insert it, and then just press E to extrude it. Just extrude it into the backwards so that the mouth is formed. Now for this mouth part, just apply the material black color, same as going here and adding new material and add the black material here and give the RGB value such that it forms a black color. Now the mouth is formed, and now to add the teeth here, again go to the exact location, rotate the minion top upside down and go to the exact location where teeth ought to be formed. Then press the B key to select them and pull it in the required shape, and also press C to curve it in the required shape, and then press Shift D so that duplicate teeth. First of all, when we do for the two faces, these two teeth will be formed, and in order to have the duplicate teeth over here, just press Shift plus D, and these teeth will be formed. And in order to have the gap between the teeth, select those gaps and just scale them down by pressing yes. Yes is used to scale it down or up. Just scale them down, and all the smoothing can be done, and smoothing and curving can be done by using by pressing C key in the keyboard. In this way, the teeth of the minion will be formed, and you can apply the white color to this teeth again by just adding the new material as white and giving the RGB value such that the white color is formed for the teeth. Now in order to make jeans for the minion, just select the location where you need to have the jeans and select all those vertices by box selecting it using B key, and then just make it as Shift D so that here duplicate of this selection part will all be created, and these vertices will also be selected. Just make this part as separate selection by pressing P and click the selection so that this can be made as a separate selection, and add just in this part, add it as jeans by adding here so that it will be as a separate selection. Now just apply the material so that jean color is formed. This can be done again in the same way by adding the new material and just give it as name as jeans and select the RGB values, and also press yes to scale the color if required. Now to form the legs and shoes of the minion, just go to the bottom of the minion by clicking Ctrl plus 7 on the numpad to create its legs. Select the vertices where the legs are to be created, and then select E to extrude it down and rotate it in the required shape up to the required length of your wish. Usually the minion's legs will be quite smaller, so do not extrude it to a larger amount. Then we need to scale it a little bit, and then press P again to separate the selection and make it as no legs or something, and add the modifier to it. Now again add the material to the shoes such that the shoes are in black color, so you can just add the new material as we have seen before by giving the required RGB values. Now again in order to just scale it or rotate it to just form the shape of a shoe, just you can use extruding, scaling, rotating, smoothing, everything, and let and make all those operations such that the shape of the shoe is as required for us. Now let us try to make the goggles of the Minion. Here the goggles can be formed by having by selecting Shift plus A gives you a selection option such that select the mesh and select circle for that. Now for that circle in the tools menu, add it as 8 vertices such that the number of vertices ideally shouldn't be less than 8. 8 or greater would be a better number to form the goggles in a easier way. And then you will have one 8 vertices polygon. Then just scale it down so that it is in the required length required, and then just extrude it and scale it to the level of thickness required, and also rotate it. Just make all these operations again such that it forms in the that polygon of 8 vertices forms of this circular shape. And then just press Shift plus D to duplicate one of the goggles can be formed. Just press Shift plus D so that you can have a duplicated goggle. And now just join both these such that they are aligned to each other. Just make all the extruding, scaling, and smoothing such that the shape is as required for us. Now in order to make these eyeballs for a Minion, just select the top vertices, and then select the Shift D to duplicate the selection of the vertices. Then just pull up those vertices such that you will have one spherical kind of shape. A ball will be pulled up. Just rotate it by pressing R and scale it down and add it as modifier such that it forms in this shape. Now to this shape, just add the material such that the outer part of the eyeball will be in a white color, and in between add brown color, and in the center part will be black color. Add all these materials to this and make a duplicate of the eyeball by pressing Shift plus D, and adjust the eyeball in these goggles by again repeating all those rotating it or scaling down or up as required such that they fit in these goggles. Now let's make the arm and gloves for a Minion. In order to make the arms, again go to the location where an arm can be done, select those vertices and then pull down, extrude it to the downside, rotate it and scale it such that the shape is in your required form. And now to have the gloves done, again the same thing as how we have done the shoes, the same thing need to be repeated. Just pull it, extrude it in the required direction, and then scale it in the required format, and just add a color to this gloves by adding new material, that is black color, to this gloves. And finally just press C to smoothen it, or R to rotate it, such that the gloves and arm will be in the required shape as you require for the Minion. After putting the gloves and shoes eyeball, the Minion looks like this. Now let us put the strap around this jeans. In order to have this, again locate the locate the location where the strap need to be set and select all those vertices, and then press shift D so that the duplicate, that is this side vertices, also will be selected. And then the selection can be done using box B, using B, pressing B button. And now add the material that is blue color to this selection. That will be in a rounder shape, but to have this shape like this and joining with this like this, just pull up and pull down all those vertices in order to have a some curvy shape. Pull those two vertices and pull them up or down in order to have that curvy shape, and then just join here. Then the strap will be formed like this. Then in order the strap around these minions can also be done in the same way as how these jeans are done, like select the vertices and then add them, apply the material and adjust the strap length such that they are around the goggles. In this way the strap around the goggles also can be done. Now in order to have a second minion, just it can be done by duplicating it. That press shift D by select a whole minion by using box select, that is pressing B button, and then just press shift D so that a duplicate minion like the exact replica of this minion will be formed. Now in order to have a difference of the other minion, let's make the minion only with a single eye. Then just remove the goggles, remove the goggles of the minion and of one eye, and then just again the same like as how we have done before. Select press shift A and select the mesh and circle with 8 vertices. See here you can see the polygon with all the vertices. This should be ideally smoothed down by or extruded or smoothed and rotated as we require, and ideally the shape of this eye should be made as how this eye is. In that way we need to do this, and we need to adjust the straps also such that they are attached to this goggles. Now in order to make the background for this minion, choose an image for the background and then press the key N and select the background images and click the drop down arrow to add an image from the file directory. The image can be of any type like JPEG, PNG, Targa, TIFF. Here in our case we added a JPEG image. Increase the opacity of the image to 1.00. Go to the world and select paper sky, then go to texture and change the type to image or movie and reload the background image. Then the background image will be loaded like this with the minions in the front. Then we just try to render this image. This rendering is the process of generating an image from a 2D or 3D model. A scene file contains objects as data structures. It would contain geometry, viewpoint, texture, lighting and shading information as a description of the virtual scene. The data contained in the scene file is then passed to a rendering program to be processed and output to a digital image or raster graphics image file. Here freestyle rendering is used to render the minions. It is an edge and line based non-photorealistic rendering image basically. With various line styles can be added to produce the artistic effects here. The line styles such as Japanese big brush, cartoon, blueprint, thickness with depth all these styles are already pre-scripted in Python. In the rendering process, the engine must assign a single color to each pixel based on objects shown in that pixel. This leads to poor results, especially at sharp boundaries or where thin lines are present. This problem is usually known as aliasing, and to overcome this we use anti-aliasing technique here. Basically each pixel is over sampled by rendering it as if it were 5 pixels or more, and then rendered pixel is assigned an average color. Therefore here the anti-aliasing technique is used to improve the image quality, and it is rendered. The final output of the image after adjusting the lighting and rendering the object will be like this. And here are the references which we have used, and thanks a lot for watching us and listening to this video.